All right. Good evening, good evening, good evening, everyone. All right. This is Coach RM, the 10,000 Cars Philippines brand ambassador. I'm so excited to have another episode of our 3K series, Kapihan, Karunungan, Kwentuhan series, of course, with our special guest. All right, guys. Sa lahat po ng mga nanonood via PCTv and ACTv community channel, just stand by. At sa mga nanonood naman via Facebook Live, please like and share, no, para marami po tayong ma-inspire ngayong gabi, no. Another episode, another chapter, another pero another. All right, so guys, see you in 5 minutes. All right, good evening. Welcome to another episode of our 3K series, Kapihan, Karunungan, Kwentuhan series. Guys, hindi ko na to papatagalin pa. I would like to introduce and bring, no, to the screen our special guest for tonight, no. So, I'm gonna do my little intro. Wow, little intro. So, alam niyo naman na every week, no, the this platform is really inspiring people, no? Napakaganda. And then the last talk with Father Bong, napakaganda, no? Ng very inspirational talaga yung mga na ano niya, dami niya na touch, no? And then on Friday, nag-usap din tayo about the environment, no? Today another naman, no? Another, kasi ngayon napakaganda ng ano natin, ng background ng ating special guest, no? Kasi ang special guest natin, of course, she's currently part of Boracay Sun or La Luna Vida. No, she's also a writer and a blogger. No, and I am proud to present, no, her achievements. No, ito lang yung top 3 niya. Top 3 pa lang to. No, na she is really proud to 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 tell the world. No, being a full-time mom to a happy, bright, and healthy child. No, nakikita mo naman siguro napakaganda ng anak nito, no? Yun, na lagi sila sa lagi sila naliligo sa dagat. Napakaganda na ng buhay, no? And then achieving all her dreams, no? Akalain mo, you control your life, you control your time, you control, wow. It is very inspiring because she inspires and helps other people. All right, guys, hindi ko na papatagalin pa. I would like to bring Miss Amanda Virrey.
Hi everyone! Magandang gabi!
All right, kumusta? Kumusta po? I'm so excited to have you in my show, no, the 3K show, the Kapihan Karunungan Kwentuhan series. Kasi alam ko talaga, Miss Amanda, na people will gonna inspire, no? May inspire talaga sa sa story mo, no? Kasi another level naman to ng mga inspiration kasi kumbaga pa yung mga gina-guest natin dito ABC, you know? Iba-iba yung level ng experiences nila. Pero bago yan, Miss Amanda, please greet the people who's watching right now at your Boracay and of course with the PCTv and ACTv community channel. Miss Amanda,
Magandang gabi sa inyo lahat. Good evening everyone. Buonasera sa Italiano, sa Bahal Noon, sa Egyptian Arabic. I'm so grateful and happy to be here, to be part of this talk, which is, I think, it's gonna inspire people all over the world, whoever's viewing this. And thank you, RM, for your for this advocacy. You have it's so grateful, and I feel so grateful to be in touch with you and your heart, and to be part of this, definitely. And I think you are also achieving your dreams, right? I mean,
yeah.
we have to move on, right?
Yeah. So, well, sometimes we cannot get what we want, but of course, we cannot, tawag nito? Hindi natin pwedeng ibabad yung buhay natin sa hindi natin na-achieve, no? Kasi there's a lot of opportunity outside the box, no? So that's what I'm doing. Maybe that's what you're doing to, and then you're happy. Alam mo, Miss Amanda, nakikita lang kita sa beach, no? Naglalakad. Nakikita ko lang yung mga write-ups mo, no? Especially sa Boracay Sun and sa ibang mga no? So ngayon, hindi ko lang yun nababasa, hindi lang kita nakikita. I am with you right now.
Yes.
Na mag-share ka ng, I'm so excited. Napakaganda.
Ako rin excited. And I'm RM, did I tell you about I'm live streaming this on my live stream on 17 Live. It used to be called Live It. But so they can only see me, they cannot see you, but definitely they can hear your voice and they can talk, they can hear what we're talking about. And yes, I hope that would change the mindset or help people who are in need.
Yeah, that would help, you know. Kasi ang purpose naman natin is to really relay the good kumbaga pa, the good news to the world, no? And mas maganda yan na kino-connect natin yung to inspire people. Kasi ngayon, Miss Amanda, talagang wala na nagagawa yung mga tao kundi just looking at their phone, no? Nanonood lang sila ng TV kasi bawal naman lumabas, maraming bawal. So ngayon, ano magagawa natin bilang concerned citizen, no? Siyempre, ako naman, ang purpose ko naman is to really inspire them not through my experience but through the experience of the best people na na-invite ko dito sa platform na ito. Miss Amanda, hindi ko na papatagalin to, no? I'm gonna ask you my first and all the time question. Ito lagi kasi question ko. Miss Amanda, what made you want to become what you love to do right now? No? Can you please share with us your success story, yung alam mo, bakit ko tinatanong lagi ito, Miss Amanda? Kasi una-una, ako, hindi lahat ng mga tao, kapag nag-share ako ng experiences ko, na-inspire sila. Pero, meron talagang tao na na-inspire, no? I hope that we can touch souls, no? Today, no? Na magbago, na ma-inspire, and they will change their life through you. Miss Amanda, please take the mic.
Yes. Okay. So again, what was your question? What drove me to live the life of my dreams?
Yes, especially the what you love to do right now. Yes.
Basically, it's my love for myself. You know, once I discovered how important it was, of course, it took a long time. You know, it wasn't. I didn't think about this, or I didn't feel how important it was when I was younger. But then, being a mom, it made me feel that the importance of loving myself came really urgent, because I was giving birth, I was giving life, nurturing a young person's life whose life depended on me. So it was then that I discovered really how invaluable, how important it was to, love oneself first. And from that realization, then everything just went smoothly. Um, it I started being a hands-on mom. Also, it was empowering because I was breastfeeding my daughter. Um, I didn't spend much. There was no need to spend much for the health of my child, because she's not vaccinated. She did not. I did not vaccinate her because I believed that with my breast milk, it will already give her full immunity, and it did. Also, with faith in that belief, with that belief, and with that faith that I had on giving my child the best life that I could give her, the nourishment that I believe that she is entitled to naturally, and that she could only get the best from her mother, which is me, and of course from her father too. But the nourishment, that's from me. Um, so it stemmed from that. That went on from that, and then because when you're a mom, and you see that a small being depends on you, that and you're never going to be alone. It's so empowering to know that the universe, the world, God, they will just come to what you need, come down to what you need. There's no need for you to stress over it, to make an effort. All we'd have to do is really just, acknowledge our unique needs, because everyone, like my need is not the same need as the other person. So we all are entitled to achieving the life of our dreams. So I've been a writer for a while, and my writing story is also another story. I grew up in Manila. Um, I actually studied hotel and restaurant management. But first, I studied psychology. Now, let me go back. So, first, I fell in love with writing at an early age when I was a teenager. And then I told my dad, I want to be a script writer. And then my dad said, no, there's no money in it. Because back then, the parents, they believe that you have to have a profession in order to succeed in life. So then I thought, okay, since I love understanding the minds of the people, then I'll go for psychology. And I took up psychology in college. But before I could progress to my third year, one of my subjects, which was biology, it had 5 units, and algebra, they pulled my GPA down. So it meant that I had to move to another school and have to change. That meant also that I had to change my course. And I accepted that. So I took up hotel and restaurant management eventually. And I finished it. But during my college years, my father passed away. But because of my restaurant management career or course, it gave me instant career in hotel restaurant management. Thus, it provided work for me and money, financial independence, and because. But what I loved always kept on coming back to me. So after a few years of working in corporate, I just decided I had enough savings, and then but okay, before that, during the time that I was still working in the corporate industry, I I happened to have a chance to come here to Boracay, and I came here in 2002 on my own, and I met the beautiful people of Boom Boom Bar. It's a bar at Station 2 where, it was so, that was an awakening for me. I mean, they're so true to themselves. It's just very simple. And they were performing and living in harmony with one another, with their music, with their whatever instruments that they were performing. And luckily, I got the chance to be close to them. And from that closeness, they enlightened me to a path of living a simple life. Like they told me, oh, why don't you just live here in Boracay? And, just we'll just help each other. You'll have a place to live. You'll have food to eat. That's it. And I said to them, I have to earn still. I have to save up money still, because I was coming from city life, city mindset, right?
Yeah.
Then they were saying, don't think about that. I mean, things will flourish for you eventually. Just it's the now that is important. It's the now that we have to take care of. And but then I wasn't ready yet, so I went back to Manila. But when I was in Manila, then I was inspired to just take on my path. So I had enough savings to just focus on writing. So I started writing as a contributor for Inquirer. So it meant that I had to look for my subjects. So, and because I was close to artists and musicians in Manila, then they became my subjects, and I got to contribute for Inquirer. But then during that time also there, in Manila, there's a rat race. There was, I don't know now, but there was a rat race going on. Like, unless you've been in the industry for a long time, or unless you know the right people, or you're well connected, then this is the only time that you can thrive. But then that, aside from the traffic that I had to go through in Manila and whatever, then I decided I'll just live in Boracay. I just follow my dreams, be with my Boracay family, and just live a life of bliss on the island. And that's it. And I came here, and dragon boating was one of the things that I fell in love with on the island, which I hope to be revived soon. I love the sport so much. And as being a dragon boater, I was also I was given an opportunity to write about the sport for a sports magazine. So and then people on the island learned that I was a writer. So then I started getting more jobs and more jobs and more jobs, until now I'm known as the writer. So it's just really, it's a flow. There's no pressure about it. It's, as long as you're having fun. One of the artist friends that I got so connected with in Bombombar is Mr. Perry Argel. He is a simple found object sculptor and a painter who used to live also in Bombombar when there was still a creek there. And so I've traveled with him in the north, in the southern Luzon area. And I asked him, like, until when are we here? Wherever we were at. And then he said, until it's fun. Sa Tagalog, hanggang masaya pa. Habang masaya pa, dito tayo. So that's one of the motivating insights that I have to move on. As long as it's happy, as long as it's joyful, and you're not hurting anyone, and you're honest with people around you, with yourself, then it should be right for you and for everyone else. So that's how I've lived my life. Yeah, so as long as it's fun, really. And there's really nothing wrong about having fun. When we start abusing that funness that we come across with, then that's the time that it becomes wrong. But actually it's not. It's our right to enjoy life. It's not like we have to work hard like a horse in order to get our earnings. Maybe before, but thankfully Not anymore. I mean, with the technology that we have now, we have so much access
Mm,
to opportunities to earn money, and we can do it wherever we want and wherever, whichever time we decide to. Because at the end of the day, it's our decision. And once we um, realize that and accept that from the bottom of our hearts, then God, the universe, they will just give it to us, right?
yes.
Yeah.
Mas napakaganda kasi yun nga sabi mo na kung talagang this is what we want and then we pray for it, it will come to you. Pero kapag wala ka namang pangarap, it's good sa iyo kasi nga you really want to live a simple life. No? Ang ibang tao diyan tama ka na nagwo-work parang horses, parang kalabaw, pero at the end of the day, wala din naman. It's a matter on how you look at your your life, no? Yung kumaga pa tama yung sinasabi mo na kung nag-decide ako to live a simple life, as long I am happy, and tingnan mo ngayon, parang wala kang problema, alam mo yon na wala lang, hindi naman come what may, parang chill, no, to everything. And yun ang napakagandang buhay, na hindi ka napapressure sa demand ng ibang tao, di ba? So,
Yeah.
um, Miss Amanda,
Yes.
when you decided to really just do, to write, no, to write, what really inspires you to do that, no? Can you please share with us on the maybe a little tip, no, about writing, Kasi sometimes ako nagsusulat ako pero hindi naman ako sobrang magaling, no? Pero kapag hindi wala ako sa mood, no, wala ako sa mood, I cannot write. I cannot think.
Mhm.
Pero kapag ano naman, kapag nangyayari naman na gusto ko magsulat, gusto ko magano, parang spontaneous naman yung ano ko nangyayari. In sa ano mo, sa side mo, how do you write, no? Ano yung mga little tip that that you can share?
Okay. First, you have to have a purpose. Once you have a purpose in writing, then you can write. You can start writing. So my purpose, it stems from basically the first one. I have one purpose, and it's to share the things that I see that are important around me. So that's the love for the environment. That's anywhere from the love of the environment, from the support, my support with my friends here on the island, whom I love writing about, um, the things that I believe in. So that's my purpose, which is to share it with them. And once I start sharing it, once that purpose is set, then I start asking questions about it. Um, if I don't ask questions about it to myself, then I just stay silent for a while, knowing that knowing that I'm about to write, and then my intuition will just be guided to a topic or to a sentence even to write about. Um, so then the flow just keeps on going, and the integrity behind the topic and my connection with the topic is very important, because you cannot, you have to write what's in your heart. You have to write what you believe in. And the beauty about literature nowadays, or journalism, is that everybody is allowed to be candid
Yeah.
about their words, about expressing their words in written form. And I saw that the first time I saw that was from Paulo Coelho, who wrote The
Yeah.
Alchemist. And he wrote it so candidly and so simply, and I enjoyed reading his books. So that also drove me to, like, be easy about my writing. Although I love also expressing in different words and my emotions and the sense of the topic that I'm into at that particular moment. Um, But no matter what it was, no matter the style of writing, as long as it's true, you ask what, where, when, why, and how. These are the 5 questions that you have to state, and you have to answer them with in your writing, because these are the questions that people would be interested in knowing. Yeah, so that's it. So, and then you have to have, it will just come to you. No, you can, of course, if you want to be a writer, it also helps for you to have an experience in reading. You should have read already a lot of things to give you an idea, um, of how the styles are and what style would work for you. And also because you would be, as a reader, you'd be connected to the writer. So then you would be able to form the kind of connection that you want with your viewers, or with your readers. And then another thing is, once you've identified your readers, then you also know that, okay, this is the kind of topic, the context of writing that you'd have to put in there. Yes. So for Boracay Sun, my readers are different from my blog. So my blog, La Luna Vida, my blog for my readers for La Luna Vida are more on parents, world schoolers for their children, because I love to travel, and it was my goal to travel, to take my child traveling as a form of education. So like, and also the people who are into natural healing. So those are my readers for La Luna Vida. But for Boracay Sun, it's wider. So that's good. I also get to exercise that. Maybe right brain is for my blog, and then left brain is for Boracay Sun and other things.
Nice, no? Gusto
And
ko
you
lang
have
din
to have joy. Sorry, you have to have
joy.
joy in writing. Or in anything that you do, you have to have fun.
Yeah, of
Walang
course.
tapon, di ba?
Yes, totoo yan. Napakaganda kasi tama naman, kahit even if people is making videos, movies, they should identify first the purpose. You are right. Asking question, bakit gagawin ko to? No, then tama yung sinasabi mo that intuition flows. No, yung kumbaga pagkasunod-sunod, ayun na yun eh, 'di ba?
Yeah.
And tama ka no na in everything that you do, you should have joy. You should really love doing it. No? And of course, as a writer, sometimes we hit people. No, we hit people. Sometimes
Luna.
when we write, no, when we write, and teka lang, but ako yung natamaan dito, no? The question is, nakaranas ka na ba na threat ka? And how did you handle it? Kasi nakakatakot eh.
Na-threaten?
Alam mo, yeah, na-threaten, no?
Hi. Okay, wait. Let me just say hi to my viewers.
Okay,
Hi,
game,
Small
game.
Shin. I'm okay. Let me just segue, and then I'm welcome to my talk with Mr. R.M. Lobaton, and we're
Yes,
talking about what inspires and motivates people here in this time of crisis, not just here in Boracay Island where we live, but also everywhere in the world. So again, your question: have I experienced threat? Um, let's say that I've encountered people who have different views, and they that's just it. How I've dealt through it is just to let it go. I just really let them go, and anyway, what I've written is already out there.
yes.
I couldn't. I couldn't, and I wouldn't say, I wouldn't publish a public letter of apology. I did already one time. I wrote about this 5 reasons. It was an Asian parent. If I may, I can say it here again that apart from many things that I've written about, but a couple, not so many.
Game.
that have
Game.
intrigued um, people of different sides, of different point of views. No, so there's this. I wrote for AsianParent.com. It was years ago, and this was the time when I I decided, or well, my ex-husband decided to move to Manila. So there I was able to get a job at AsianParent.com. So it's an online parenting magazine. And my editor told me, okay, since you love the island, since you love Boracay Island so much, why don't you write something that will trigger a change in them? And that was, so she suggested, why don't you write 5 reasons why not to bring your family to the island? And I said, I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that. I love the island. I love my island so much. I couldn't do that. And she said, but the intention that you will put there is because, or the purpose that you will put there is for them to do something, a big change. If you can complain about the island, you can actually do something to change the course of events in order for that complaint to be resolved. So I thought about it. I thought about it. I made a draft out of it. I came up with 5, and I wrote it with all my heart, with all my care, like a mother to a child. No, it was my baby. And when I wrote it, then it triggered a lot of comments like that, and then it went viral. Um, uh, but and then there are good things about that. I found out who my true friends were.
Yes.
Because there were friends who were telling me, the good friends that eventually discovered told me that, you know, that's good that you're doing a good job. You don't need to apologize for that, because in the comments in that page, they were asking for me to apologize. And I said, first, I wasn't, again, I just let it go because it's already there. It's already published. So I wouldn't read it back. I just let it go. For a few
Yeah.
days, I let it go and I let it run. You know? And so I discovered who my friends were. One of them was Otik Makavinta, who's until now is a good friend of mine, and so many others. No, and then those whom I saw that went on a different path, or gave a different point of view about my writing, or then I knew already. Okay, then that would be my acquaintance. I write it off, acquaintance, or friend, because it's so there's a good reason always behind everything. As long as we're ready to accept that, to face that, instead of, or as opposed to, quickly judging things. So, but then I have my best friend, one of my best friends, became afraid of me because she was the one reading the comments and I wasn't reading the comments. So she told me, why don't you just apologize? So then, okay, I thought about it, because it was hurting her too, no? So I ended up then I went to the page where my article was published. And when I read it, I saw that it was edited, slightly edited, but the important things she edited, which was she removed that heartfelt approach that I gave to that article. So that made me
Yeah.
apologize.
Yeah.
And then so I wrote the letter of apology on my blog. And so basically, I wrote that my apology was that, and it stands until now that, I love the island as well as everyone else who loved the island. And, but as long as we see so many things that are not happening right, I mean, we should do something about it. And as a writer, that was what I did, is to study the problems, because in that article I quoted um, experts in the field of the water, how it was, the water and the water. Thankfully, now after all that, so I wrote a letter of apology nga there, and I basically, there was compassion and love in that article of mine, and from there I reached out to those people eventually who were easy to judge, who easily judged me, and they thought about that. Okay, I meant really well about it. No, but why would I really do something bad with my image? Do something bad about anybody? No, you know. So basically, I'm just echoing, as a writer or any media person, we would be echoing what is important. For me, on my side, the important thing is to exercise the love for our island that is sustainable and that is good for the well-being, for the overall well-being of all. Man, animals, and nature, and the plants, no? So, yeah, that would entail keeping our environment lush, keeping our roads free of pollution, keeping our water clean,
Yeah.
keeping our tourists and the locals, the people here, safe in the water and out of it. So that's that. And a few years after that, then there was the rehabilitation.
Yeah, that's nice.
So the rehabilitation, maybe I was one of the
Contributor.
instruments for that change. I believe so, and I believe that other people were
Yeah.
also instruments for that change, which was good. The water is so clean right now, back and forth, back in, Bulabog and
Yeah.
White Beach, and now we have e-trikes, and it's such a
Agree.
relief, and it's such a pleasant experience that with our sidewalks we get to walk along the roads,
Yeah.
and without the presence of tricycles, we're able now to breathe in fresher air, cleaner air, which we all need, we all deserve, especially at these times when we realize that breathing fresh air is very important.
Totoo yan. Nakita mo
And
naman ngayon, no, the result being is when you're on the road, no, you can bike, no, safely.
yeah, yes, as a biker, no, yeah,
You're doing biking, di ba? Napakaganda kasi napakalapad na, no? And then, maganda na rin, e-trike ang gamit para wala ka nang maano pa ano tawag ito, yung sa pollution sa air, no? Napakaganda naman nangyari, no, sa ganong nagawa mo. Especially, para sa akin kasi may concept is, when you write, you're not going to please big people or small people, but to echo in order for them to open their eyes, no? To echo important details, important information that could open their eyes. Kasi nangyari kasi sa atin ngayon, most of the writers are afraid to really reveal the truth, no? Kung ano lang, kasi wala lang, may sulat lang to protect other people. No, ano ba yung purpose natin? Our purpose is for the common good. And for me, what you've done ay napaka-excellent nun, no? That's my own perspective, kung i-judge nila ako. Pero that's me, that's how I look at it, no? Kasi hindi mo naman, bakit? Nagsulat ako, hindi para i-please ka, no? Nagsulat ako to open the eyes of the many, of the people. Kung hindi ka happy, so be it, express it. Di ba?
yeah,
Napakaganda. Pero yung next ko na ibabalik ko doon yung question ko. Kasi nga, we focus on yun nga. Sabi ko kanina, na-threaten ka na ba? Or ito yung ginagawa mo? My question was focusing on writings, no? Ngayon, ibabalik ko siya, paano mo nababalance yung pagiging writer mo, pagiging vlogger mo, sa pagiging isang ma'am, no? Full-time mom mo, no? Pangalawa is, paano mo na-enjoy yung pagiging mom mo, and then yung ginagawa mo, pagiging writer mo and vlogger mo. Okay.
Okay. Scheduling. Scheduling. I realized that it's very important. And aside from being a writer, blogger, and a mom, I'm an athlete. And
Oo nga,
I've really taken it to heart. So what I do is, okay, our children, kasi it's important, the morning is very important to them. The bonding between mother and child, that's very important. That's crucial for the um, the behavior of the child for the rest of the day. So I take care of that for her. So that's what I do. In the morning, I make it a point that I'm with her in the morning until like 12 o'clock noon, 12 noon. And then 12 noon, kasi I also do intermittent fasting. So if you know about intermittent fasting, then you have only a window to eat. So maximum of 8 hours, and then it could be minimum or 4 or 6 like that.
okay.
So I eat, ganun na yun, establish ko na yun eh. So I exercise at 12 noon. So whatever exercise, pag umuulan, I could row in my house, inside my house. Rowing, I have a rowing machine. Kasi nga, dragon boat rower ako. I miss the sport, no? So I just have to improvise. And then, if not, then I swim in the sea for an hour and a half to 2 hours. So after that, then I eat. That would be like around 2 o'clock that I eat. So then my daughter would be doing something else already. She would be happy, productive. I let her watch something that is educational or inspirational within that time that I'm swimming or that I'm exercising. And then I have my productive hours. That's after I eat, which is 2:30 until 5:30. Yeah. So I write there. It's important because you can give yourself 8 hours of work, but if you're not really into it, then you will not produce good results. So I allow that. I think that 3 hours is really good. 3 hours straight in the afternoon when you're awake and when you're inspired. So I do that. And then after, of course, being here in Boracay, we have the sunset. Then we have our sunset time.
Oh,
So
yes.
5:30. And then our community kasi is so dynamic, right? I mean, it's not just hanging out with one another, but it's also it ends up that we brainstorm on ideas that we could produce, that could be beneficial for whatever project that we could come up with. Diba? It's always like that. It's not just chit chat.
Totoo yan.
Yeah. Otherwise, you just talk to yourself, no? So then, sunset like that, and then dinner, and then after dinner, then I have then I have my time with my daughter again, and then when she's asleep, then I allot myself 2 hours of productive time again. So it's like 5 to 6 hours of work during the day, during my day, but it's so fulfilling and it's fun and yeah. But the important thing there is that the rhythm has to be established so that it's optimized so that your inner being or your mind will be programmed already to give you everything that you need. For example, okay, you need to write at 2:30. You need to be productive at 2:30. By 2:30, you will get that. Your brain will be programmed to work on for that purpose. Yes, and we do need to relax. It's important. That's why when we breathe, diba, we don't just breathe. We don't just breathe like that. We
Yeah.
breathe in and then we breathe out. So it's
Oh,
the
yes.
same as our day, our schedule or rhythm during the day. We have to allow ourselves to, to
Yeah.
relax.
Yeah. Miss Amanda, kasi ganito yan. Alam naman natin sa nangyayari ngayon at this time of pandemic, no? Maraming tao, especially mga kababaihan, na a lot of people, especially yung mga single mom ng mga bata pa, hindi talaga sila marunong kung paano dalhin yung buhay, no? They focus on something that is not important, no? And then parang they depend themselves. I'm not judging them, ah. Gusto ko lang i-klaro sa lahat, no? Just to have a question lang, no? Um, they depend themselves to others. No? Tapos walang trabaho, wala. Alam mo 'yun? Parang yung iba na lang nanghihingi, yung iba na lang ay
Yeah.
parang wala nang
Yeah.
hindi na nagiging productive yung buhay nila. Now, may as a, ano, as an expert in scheduling, no, setting up time. No, sabi mo
Yeah.
kanina you should establish the rhythm, no? Tama ba?
Yeah.
Rhythm ba? Ng buhay yan ba yung sabi mo? So, now, minsan kasi kapag hindi ka well-trained, hindi mo alam, kasi minsan, kailangan mo, teka lang, saan ko kukunin yung pagkain ng para sa anak ko? Minsan, teka lang, may gusto akong bilhin, tapos bibilhin ko. Pero alam mo naman na alanganin, no? Paano natin, ano yung the best recommendation for them na to really balance or to achieve this concept of ano tawag ito? Scheduling na sinasabi mo, na establishing the rhythm of your life, no? Of your day-to-day living.
Okay. First of all, we have to stay away or reduce our time with our gadgets.
Oh.
That's the first thing because everything that whenever we expose ourselves to gadgets, be it television, be it the social media, it's entertainment, but it's also programming. Diba sa TV nga dati, nung TV pa, okay, this program was brought to you by blah, blah, blah. So it's a program. Yes, it's a program, but then they called it like that, subtly, but it's actually deeper than that, which is, it's actually programming the mind. So, it's like, if people watch, keep on watching like soap operas, and you know that they've been watching that for a while, you'll get an idea of their character already. Because they've already been programmed. Like, when they react in some ways, that it's not really within them that they react like that. It's just because they got influenced by what they were able to, but what they allowed themselves to see. So that's one. Once we detach ourselves from gadgets, and especially early in the morning, it has to be rekindling or connecting with ourselves. That's the first thing. With things that are important, devoid of external influences and distractions. So we have to really do that. And that's, yun nga, diba? Like we had some cases before end of December, end of last year, and early this year about yung mga taong wala nang ganang mabuhay,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And it's because that they were just browsing through their social media. Yun lang yun. So when they realize that they're not having the same life that they're seeing, they feel that their life was useless. But that's false. And I think that that is a habit to really break, especially not just as a mom, but as a person, di ba? It is our right to live. Di ba sabi nga nila, kasalanan sa Diyos ang kunin ng buhay natin, right? So it's
Yes,
like
you're
that.
right.
Di ba? So that's one. We have to detach. But that's as a whole, no, that's what I see that nakita kong kailangan first and foremost na matanggal ng mga tao, ng mga kabataan, especially the kabataan. And second of all, kasi once they do that, na detach sila, then I'm sure they will discover within themselves na, okay, what is it that they wanted or that they enjoyed in the views or the social media that they got exposed to, whatever information that they got exposed to. I'm sure they would be able to discover something that resonated with them. You know, like ano yung nakita nila na inspire sila o na motivate sila o gusto rin nilang gawin for themselves. But they will only realize that once they get out of that, of at least, they detach muna. So then they have to identify what it is that they want to achieve. It's very important. Nga, pag wala tayong pangarap, wala mangyayari sa atin.
Yeah.
Right? And again, there's also those people saying na, the people na saying na, puro ka pangarap, wala namang nangyayari sa'yo. Mga ganon, huwag niyong pakinggan. They're not, kasi nga, they don't believe in their own dreams. But each of us have unique dreams.
Yeah.
Mga pangarap natin, no? Mga goals natin sa buhay, lahat tayo unique. And we have to identify that. And we have to acknowledge ourselves being able to reach that dream or to achieve or to realize that dream. Kasi we cannot just dream and, watch TV or watch, wala yan. Wala talaga mangyari. But if we are true to our dreams, nothing will stop us from achieving that. So, yun. So again, let me recap. So one is detach yourself from social media, from your gadgets.
Yeah.
Another one, identify your dreams and goals in life.
Like connecting with self.
Number 3, identify who are the people that are valuable to you. That if you are, if you're a mom, of course, yung mga bata, they're dependent on you. So not only are you responsible to provide food for them, but you're also the role model for them. So the way we act as parents is the way our children will act.
Yes.
And if we feel good about how people react with us or how we radiate or connect with other people, then we stay with that. We stay with the good. We stay with a good feeling connection. If it doesn't feel good, then it's not supposed to continue. Then we change, because life is about evolution. We need to evolve. We need to change. It's healthy. It's good. So we have to value the people we love, value ourselves, identify our strengths.
Yeah.
Saan tayo magaling? No? Saan tayo magaling? Ano yung mga kakayahan natin? Kung hindi pa natin sila kakayahan, ano yung gusto natin maging gawin? At sino yung mga gusto nating makatrabaho? Yun. So, sino yung mga gusto natin makatrabaho? Sino yung market natin? Sino yung gusto natin pagtrabahuhan? Mga ganun. So, may market, lahat yan may opportunities. So, as long as we identify what is true to ourselves, that's really important. Kasi we cannot just say yes to something na hindi naman tayo masaya. Like,
totally.
I had a job a few months ago writing for a travel website. I mean, I accepted that. I did that for 3 months, but it didn't pay well. So at the end, I felt grateful that I got it, because it gave me an exercise. It gave me, it sharpened, ginising niya ulit yung aking productivity. Kasi, ganon. So ginising niya ulit yung pagiging productive ko. But then, because it wasn't paying well, So I just said, okay, now I'm done, but I know also that I'll get a better job. And that's it. So yeah, also belief system is very important. Um, People could say so many things. Kahit nanay at tatay pa natin, kapatid pa natin, they can say whatever they want. They're entitled to it. But it's up to us to embrace, identify and embrace what we want and what works for ourselves.
Tama. Kasi 'di ba, Miss Amanda, once we do not know how to identify our strengths, yun kasi ang source din ng insecurities, no? Once
Yes.
our insecurities attack us, parang yung mundo natin nasisira din. Alam mo yun? So napakaganda
Uh-huh.
ng sinasabi mo na you should identify your strength, no? And then siguro
Yeah.
one of the challenges na pinaka mahirap sa lahat ngayon is reducing your time with gadgets. Kasi nandito yung social media, kasi digital world na tayo no? Pero that's a challenge for us. No, if you really want to have a disciplined life, no? Why not doing it? 'Di ba?
Yeah.
Why not following these tips na meron tayo, kumbaga pa, no? Kasi marami kasing tao ngayon na they are just seeing themselves on the mirror, no? Parang sila lang nakikita nila, no? Parang hindi siya nag-go through doon, no? Kasi kailangan natin lawakan yung paningin natin ngayon. Kasi kung hindi natin gagawin dan, paano tayo mag-survive? Di ba?
Mm. Yeah.
Yun. Miss Amanda, of course, with that level that you are with right now, no, napakaganda. How would you define success in your career?
Success,
Yeah.
it's being able to radiate with joy with
Okay,
whatever it is that you do. And like I wake up every morning, like what I do is like I wake up every morning and I ask myself, what is the greatest version of myself? What can I give of myself and the people around me, the best person of me? So that's very important kasi bago pa magising yung unconscious thought natin na kung ano man yun. Kunyari, it will be carried by kung ano yung pinagdaanan natin in the past. Kunyari, kung na-problema tayo sa pera, o na-problema tayo sa trabaho, o na-problema tayo sa kaibigan natin, it will haunt us the next morning. Okay? But not right away. So before it even comes to us, that's what I do. I ask myself, what is the greatest version of myself? And I always get the best answer because that's what I want. And that's what I want to give myself. And that's what I want to give to the people I encounter. And I know that will also reap me a good production with whatever it is that I put my heart on. May it be cooking, may it be just cleaning the house or working, whatever it is, no. So with quality, and the way I deal with my child, with my friends, I'm very careful because nowadays, this pandemic that we're going through, it teaches us compassion.
Yeah.
Like here in the Philippines, my gosh, Boracay na lang. Because we live on White Beach, we're able to go out.
Yeah.
But these people who have children, inland, along the roads, they don't have the same freedom.
Yeah.
But because I don't know, like may it be that they also have different ties or different connections, different beliefs. I don't know. But for me, it's important that the child breathes fresh air, gets to play. That's very important. Walang kinalaman ng mga bata sa ganito. They really have to soar and live their lives as a child, no?
Yes.
So I exercise my success and I reap my success from dealing with my child. When I see that she's happy, I find that that's my success. When I see that I'm able to produce work that I'm proud of, that I'm happy about, and that's another success. When I see that I get good reviews from that, that's another success. When I'm able to do the things that I love to do that are important to me for my wellness, mind, body, and soul, that's my success. So everything that gives me joy, really, that is success for me because those are the tools for whatever job, whatever opportunity that comes to me. That's it. From there, I'm sure everything will be successful. And also my belief in myself, no? Because if I don't believe in myself, in my capability of course I may not know what I know, I may not know what I have to know tomorrow.
Yeah.
But because I value that thing that I can be committed to, I will exert my energy and my time into embracing that newfound knowledge that I'll have, which I know will be good for me. Because at the end of the day, we're always learning, learning, learning. So I'm learning from you, RM. I'm learning from the people that I talk to. Yes, and it's that thing is humbling. It's very, diba,
Yes.
kailangan magpapagkumbaba tayo. It's
Yes.
we cannot say all the time we know everything. We don't. That's it. That's it. Compassion. Like, right?
Yes, you're right. Kasi alam mo naman na sometimes kasi people na pabida-bida lang ganito pero wala naman eh. So being humble, that's really the answer of it, no? And napakaganda kanina ng ng nasabi mo. Gusto ko lang ulitin. Know your greatest version of yourself. Bago pa man i-attack ka ng full consciousness, no? Kumbaga pa, it's a good tip ha. Napakaganda nun. Pagkagising mo, dapat bago pa, kasi tama yan eh, na i-attack ka talaga kung ano nangyari sa'yo kahapon. Kapag nasa full consciousness ka na, talagang mababago, pero unahan mo na siya. Kumbaga pa, bago ka man malunod, no? Dapat alam mo na kung mga mga warning signs, no? Napakaganda ng sinabi mo. Siguro, it refers na rin ito sa with yourself reminder, no? Kung paano mo i-handle yung mga problema. Kasi alam naman natin, walang perfecto na buhay. Walang perfecto na life, no? At so, lahat tayo, pero nagdidepende yun, no? Kung paano natin i-handle nga, no? Kumbaga pa, sabi mo nga kanina eh, as long as you identify your strength, yung capacity mo na kung paano ka mamuhay sa mundong ito, hindi ka mawawala, no? Kumbaga pa, you will still live the happiness, the joyful, etc. No, napakaganda ng nasabi mo na, no? Miss Amanda, I really want to talk with you more about this topic because I'm getting into deep, no, sa mga experiences mo, sa thoughts mo. Napakaganda, natututo ako, no? Natututo ako. It's not because ako yung host,
Kailangan.
kailangan kong mag-comment, no. It's really true, no? Napakaganda. Kasi ipa-practice ko 'yan, no? Knowing your greatest version of yourself bago ka pa man i-hit ng full consciousness mo. So it's a practice. Na hindi mo yung magagawa agad-agad. Bukas gawin mo hindi. So it's a practice, no? It's a series of practice, kumbaga pa. So sana matutunan ko rin 'yan, no? Yung ganun. And Miss Amanda, I would like to ask you one questions, no? Of course, all of us, we have our own dreams in life. Of course, katulad mo, no? You're living your life with joy, happiness, no? Lahat ng mga tao gusto nilang ma-achieve din yan. Alam mo, ang pamumuhay natin sa mundo is not all about money. Na may pera ka, nabibili mo lahat. Alam mo, there's a lot of people out there na sobrang yaman, pero problema nila sobrang laki din. Pero meron naman din nakatira lang sa bahay, kubo, pero yung buong family nakakaingit. No? They're loving one another. No? And ito nga bakit we have, sasabihin ko lang, no? Bakit we have project with Father Bong na discussing every Thursday about the ako, pamilya ko, tahanan, patungo, saan, because of this. No? We give, we're giving attention to each detail. Tapos, ikaw naman ang good example ng mga topic na yon. Kumbaga pa, yung mga in-interview naman or itong mga nagiging guest, sila yung mga the best example. Kasi iba rin yung version ng buhay mo eh. No, napakaganda kasi akalain mo, sabi nga ng tatay mo, sabi mo kanina, ay walang pera diyan sa pagiging writer, no? Kumbaga pa, well, may pera man tayo o wala, as long as I'm happy to what we're doing, so be it. Kumbaga pa, hindi mo naman, ang bata-bata ng mukha mo, parang hindi ka na-stress. You really handle your life. Parang lighten yung spirit within you. No? Anyway, my
Thank you. Salamat.
point would be is, can you please give us your igniting message for us, of course, to achieve our own dreams and goals in life. However, please allow me to play a little 1-minute commercial for 10K cards. No?
Okay,
Please.
so
After that, and then ano lang to, mga 40 seconds. All right.
Okay.
All right. So guys, this is all about 10K cards, digital business cards.
Mayad nga adlaw. I'm Ato de la Cruz. I'm a love coach. At the same time, I'm a spa and wellness director of Ilaya Spa here in Damaris Hills, Tierra Verde, Haniway, Iloilo. Thank you, Coach RM, for introducing to me the 10K digital calling card. All you need to do is just scan my QR code, and then you got all my links, my FB account, my IG account, my email, where to pay, my GCash, my BPI, QR code. It's all there. So it's very convenient. It's a paperless digital calling card. Thank you so much, Coach RM.
All right, thank you so much for allowing me to play the digital business card. So,
ang galing, si Ato pa. Ang ano mo.
Okay, Sir Ato is one of the user of digital business card kasi nasa ngayon, the Mirrors Iloilo, no? He's enjoying his card kasi nga everything is in one place. No, kasi alam mo naman si Sir Ato, hindi naman masyadong techy. So ngayon ilagay na lang natin sa isang lugar. So that's the purpose of digital business card. Anyway, Miss Amanda, what is your igniting message for all of us, the viewers, and for those who will be viewing this Kapihan, Karunungan, Kwentuhan series live?
Okay, magandang gabi sa inyong lahat. Good evening, everyone. So mag-English na lang ako para ma-reach out to lahat, no? As much as possible. So I want to first thank you, RM, for this opportunity to share my dreams and my insights on achieving our dreams. I hope that we just keep on dreaming. Let's find time to connect with ourselves, with our true selves. It's important before we connect with others. We cannot be connecting, like I cannot be connecting from a point of view of somebody I saw on social media. That's not me. I need to connect from me. then they can say that, okay, I'm connecting with Amanda Virrey, right? So those are the things. And like I said earlier, first thing in the morning is very crucial. We just really have to reach out to the best version of ourselves. That's first. And then be grateful for what we have and be grateful for what we are going to have. Especially if what we're going to have is what we really want, in all honesty, from the depths of our hearts. So, and we just also have to be true to ourselves, true to the people around us. There is the law of karma, and it's not bad. It's really just what we give out, we take in again. So if we want to take in good things, we just do and give out good things all the time. Let's be honest with ourselves. Let's be honest with others. Let's be compassionate about the people around us, about ourselves also. Like people around us are not all together experiencing the same thing. So let's acknowledge that and let's wish them good well. Good. Let's wish them well always. Um, and just let's be courageous, if not honest, to achieving our dreams. Because sometimes people, for me, like I'm so used to achieving my dreams already, but people who are not used to doing that, then maybe they need courage. They need a little more push. That's why I said, have that courage and have faith. Again, my last note, just relax, enjoy, let go, because it's all going to happen, and just let God do the miracle for you. Yes. I hope I answered it in a nutshell.
Alright! Napaganda. Alam mo ba, Miss Amanda, napaganda i-cut yung mga messages mo. Because you're really a person who do point by point. No? Kumaga pa
Thank
yung
you.
tips mo, number 1, number 2, number 3. That was really nice. So I'm really looking forward to cut it and of course chop it and upload it separately. Of course, not all the people we're gonna watch the 1 hour. Not all the people, no, will watch
Yes.
the 1 hour conversation, huh? But
Yes.
I will take time. I'm gonna download this after this and then cut it into pieces with the good points that you have. And thank you so much for the sharing. Thank you so much, Miss Offel
Thank you
from
for this opportunity.
yeah, thank you so much, Miss Offel, for playing it at PCTv Boracay and ACTv Aklan community channel, and of course, your Boracay guide. No, guys, please continue to like and share my page para po marami tayong mai-share, no, maiabot, no, mai-inspire, matulungan, ma-save na souls, no, and lastly, I would like to give it time again for you, Miss Amanda, to greet or to pitch what you want to pitch. Take the mic.
Okay. Well, again, I'm Amanda Virrey. I'm a writer. If you need things to be written about it from the depths of your hearts, maybe I can help you with that. um, just first, I also want to thank RM for this opportunity. It's been fun sharing ideas, sharing dreams, and sharing insights. I hope I was able to reach out to everyone, all of the viewers in the show. Let's be mindful of the things that we do, the things that we allow, the thoughts that we allow to enter our minds. Um, and let's breathe in the fresh air around us and acknowledge that it is a gift for us and it's nurturing for our mind, body, and soul. So that's it. So we stay relaxed, chill, and everything that we need to know, they will just not naturally come to us, because when we're stressed, when there's tension, they won't come. So what we need is a flow, right?
Yes, yes. Miss Amanda, saan kanila pwede reach out? For example, they're gonna need something to write. You know, paano kanila i-reach out? Anong page mo or what? Do you
Okay.
have?
My Facebook account, I can be reached on Messenger. It's Amanda Rose. And then on La Luna Vida, my sample works are there. And also on Boracay Sun. So my blog website is www.lalunavida.com. And oh, by the way, I also teach Filipino.
Oh,
So that's something that I'm proud of because for me, the native tongue, whichever is native tongue, no, I would love to speak Ilonggo also, no, but my native tongue is Tagalog, and I'm glad that there are people who are interested to learn that language, and I'm
Tagalog.
proud of that because I think that it's a culture that people, at least from Manila, the Tagalog people, no, that they really have to tap into, that they really have to continue. So I do that, and yes, you can also, if you need a tutor in Filipino, drop me a message on Amanda Rose Messenger. And I also stream live on a live streaming app. It is called 17 Live. So in that live streaming app, I'm live right now. So
All
I'm
right.
yeah. So they heard my viewers got to hear our conversation, which is it's
Wow.
important. Yeah, it should be like a food for their souls, for our souls also. So I do that, and through my live streaming shows, it's my opportunity to showcase the best of Boracay Island. Yes.
All
So
right. Thank you so much, Miss Amanda, for your time. Grabe quality
thank
time that
you.
I have with you. Napakahaba ng ano natin, no? Ng
Yes.
conversation natin. Napakaganda. Very productive. And
Yeah.
guys, isa lang yung hingin ko sa inyo, please follow my social media links, my Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Just connect to me everything at rm10k.com. Ulitin ko, rm10k.com. Let's connect. All right. Miss Amanda, the live will end in
All
5,
right.
4, 3,
Thank
2,
you. Goodbye.
1. Bye-bye!
Bye.